Sarath, welcome to this leadership session. It's great to have you on board. Can I start by asking you, what does leadership mean to you?
Thanks, Kevin. Leadership to me really is a responsibility coupled with an opportunity to try and do good work. And in order to do good work, you have to believe in the integrity of what you want to do and the journey that you want to take people on to achieve something that's valuable.
Yeah. So what do you think are the key attributes of good leaders? How do you reflect on that for yourself?
I think that there are many attributes of leaders, and I think that they often mirror one's own personality and skills. For me, integrity is very important, clarity of vision, so real clarity about what you're trying to achieve so you can convey that to other people. And also, for me, it's very important to impress upon people the rationale for wanting to do something. And often that rationale is a journey towards a sort of selfless accomplishment. So it's not about achieving something for yourself. It's about achieving something for people that otherwise, or situations that otherwise would not improve without that support.
Yeah, I'm hearing there's some key principles and values that you have. So how do you see, Sarath, the key sort of principles and values that guide you as a leader?
Well, I've mentioned integrity, honesty, industry. I think actually achieving what you set out to achieve, in the sense that if you say you're going to do something, show people that you value them and that you're actually invested in their own journeys towards their own success. I think for me, I'm pretty incorruptible, so I like to have an ethical and moral approach to leadership.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, the most important thing perhaps, which is the hardest thing to achieve, is to actually be authentic to yourself.
Yeah.
Because often your leadership journey starts off where you're really trying to prove yourself to others. And really the crucial thing is to prove yourself to yourself. And the only way you can do that is by being authentic and achieving things on the basis of your own journey to that point.
That's an interesting concept, proving yourself to yourself. Can you just expand on that a little bit more?
Yeah, it's interesting. And you'll be aware in your own practice, there are lots of people who are constantly seeking validation or get a sense of pride from external appreciation of what they do. And I think true selfless leadership is to actually give yourself credit for things that you do that don't need any external validation. So, in that sense, it's great that people in your team are being awarded prizes and gongs and all sorts of awards. And as a leader, that's not your quest to be seeking those for yourself. It's to be supporting your team. So in a sense, you have to be full of self-worth in the end. You have to be, you have to take your sort of self-worth forward so that you're not looking to others for validation of your own worth.
Yeah. And Sarath, I've seen those qualities in you, I have to say, and I've seen your willingness and commitment to focus and, get things moving to a cause. And, that's outstanding. That's outstanding leadership. So well done with all that. Just can I sort of finally ask you, what's your advice to young academics looking to either get into leadership or enhance their leadership? What advice would you have for them?
Well, something I wish I was braver, more courageous to do, is to, coming back to that sort of sense of authenticity, is to not try and mimic leadership that's gone before, because I think leadership is constantly changing. And so modern day leadership is really about being ethical and moral. It's being courageous about achieving decent things, and not about being dominant, being the loudest voice in the room. It's about listening, and it's about displaying emotional intelligence. And so given that leadership's changed, it also means there's opportunities for a more diverse range of people to pursue journeys into leadership.
Yeah. Can I just ask you quickly, you mentioned about emotional intelligence. What does that mean in the context of leadership?
Well, it first and foremost means that you have to be a good listener. So when people are talking to you, you have to have that sort of deep listening so that you're understanding what they're saying, why they're saying it, and what they're really seeking. And if you can understand that and people's motivations, it means that when you respond, you're responding to their motivations and not just superficially. And I think that's, one aspect of emotional intelligence. It's thinking outside of yourself. It's thinking empathetically in relation to what the people that you're reporting to you or following you actually want to achieve.
Yeah, thank you. Well, that's great. And it's really good that you're on this journey with us. And thank you so much for your contribution to this Leadership Academy. Thank you very much, Sarath.
Pleasure, Kevin. Thank you.